Thanks for tuning in. I'm Tommy Campbell, still bald, still in my basement, and still waiting for the Soros checks to roll in. The annual CPAC dumpster fire has come to an end, and while the red hats, hair dye, and gun pins smolder, there's a lot of stupid to unpack. But I wanted to start with Marjorie Taylor Greene pushing yet another false narrative and dig into her latest round of fear-mongering that was shared by so many ultra-MAGA one-toothers. And since we're discussing lies, the New York Times obtained a recording of a Zoom meeting with Fox's CEO and the network's top anchors, which reveals an internal panic over losing viewers for reporting accurate facts.
President who puts America first and not his business dealings with corrupt foreign countries.
Lauren Boebert always looks confused when she's on stage without a poll. Donald Trump could not be reached for comment since he is helping Ivanka get more Chinese patents approved, sorting the details for his next Saudi-funded golf tournament, and playing wedding DJ for Russian oligarchs. It is pouring MAGA tears. Marjorie Taylor Greene whips a crowd up with her false narrative at CPAC, and I get to the truth. New documents and a Zoom call show more lies at Fox News and their true feelings about the defeated, diapered former president. I'm back to cover all of the latest and stupid, including my first crop of CPAC dumpster fire highlights. By popular demand, I have another hilarious, genuine page from Lauren Boebert's latest book, and more.
Ron DeSantis had MAGA removed from a bookstore. I'm totally shocked they were there since Trump supporters can't read.
This is really cool.
Like Zelensky saying he wants our sons and daughters to go die in Ukraine. No money to Ukraine, and that country needs to find peace, not war. We'll look at a camera and directly tell Zelensky, you better leave your hands off of our sons and daughters because they're not dying over there.
Major Tailpipe Grease is referring to an out-of-context edited clip that she knows has been debunked, and she's saying it anyway. The clip has had millions of views, and it's wrong. Zelensky did not say that American sons and daughters will have to fight in Ukraine or die for Ukraine. Rather, he predicted that if Ukraine loses the war against Russia because it does not receive sufficient assistance, Russia will proceed to enter NATO countries in the Baltics, a region made up of Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia, that the U.S. will have to send troops to defend. Under the treaty that governs NATO, an attack on one member is considered an attack on all. Ukraine is not a NATO member. But if Putin takes Ukraine, you think he's just going to stop? I don't know what's going on here, so let's take a couple guesses. Ivanka just posted a new TikTok, and she's wearing a bikini. Gotta show Trump. Hey, check out this promo code for Depends. What do you think? Give me your favorites in the comments. Among the new documents released as part of the $1.6 billion defamation lawsuit filed against the entertainment channel for married cousins by Dominion Voting Systems was an email from Rupert Murdoch to Fox News CEO Suzanne Scott that maybe Sean and Laura went too far. Yeah, taking a dump on democracy is definitely too far. On January 4th, 2021, just days before the insurrection, Tucker Carlson texted with an unknown Fox employee about his disdain for Donald Trump. We are very, very close to being able to ignore Trump most nights. I truly can't wait. I hate him passionately. And when looking back at Trump's term, we're all pretending we've got a lot to show for it because admitting what a disaster it's been is too tough to digest. But come on, there really isn't an upside to Trump. In the deposition, Lachlan Murdoch, chairman of Fox News' parent company, said he was seeing for the first time a message from a senior executive producer on Jeanine Pirro's show who wrote that a draft of one of Pirro's scripts was rife with conspiracy theories and BS, and yet another example why this woman should never be on live television. Murdoch said he was troubled by that description. It's accurate. Laura Ingraham promoted The Big Lie, but her deposition in Dominion Voting Systems' defamation lawsuit against Fox shows the truth. Do you believe that Dominion was involved in an effort to delegitimize and destroy votes for Donald Trump? A Dominion lawyer asked Ingraham. I don't have any basis to believe that. Okay, do you believe that Dominion was involved in an effort to manufacture votes for Joe Biden? I have no information regarding that at all. Brett Baer, didn't see any evidence of that. Jeanine Pirro, I have no affirmative evidence. I don't know. Fox News President Jay Wallace, I have not seen any evidence of that. Tucker Carlson producer Alex Pfeiffer noted one funny thing during a November 20, 2020 exchange with an unidentified person. Dominion was used in Ohio and Florida. Trump won them. Did they forget to rig those, or all part of the plan? Well, we've discussed this many times, and according to Mike Lindell's math, Dominion had to give away some wins to make it less obvious. It was all part of the trick.
Okay, here's what Robin's text says. Robin said, Mike, beat you twice. I said you stole it twice, you traitor. He said, but I'm going to sleep like a baby and not on your pillow because I know you're full of BS.
He actually stoled. It's also very funny that he's so slow that he's reading about his lumpy pillows being mocked. The New York Times Zoom recording reveals the internal panic over losing viewers for reporting accurate facts. It started when Fox News called Arizona and their audience began to jump ship when faced with reality. The internal Zoom call discussed reversing the call to bring people back, basically lying for numbers. We don't know if the leak was accidental, like, when you send your buddy that text and it goes to your wife. Or maybe, just maybe, was there someone at Fox who knew this was wrong and recorded it and kept it for a rainy day? Susan Scott said, if we hadn't called Arizona, our ratings would have been bigger. Bayer said, it's hurting us the sooner we pull it, even if it gives us a major egg, and put it back in his column, the better we are, in my opinion. Susan Scott said the managing editor did not understand the arrogance in calling Arizona. It was his job to protect the brand. Not inform the public, not report facts, protect the brand. Susan Scott did agree it was important to be right, but said, but I think we're living in a new world in a sense where half of the voting population doesn't believe in big corporations, big tech, big media. There's a lack of trust. Fox News lies to viewers while they created the narrative about not trusting other news sources. Donald Trump amplified this and made the whole fake news thing a cornerstone of his presidency and campaign. As I said 2 weeks ago, Kevin McCarthy handed over all the January 6 footage to Tucker so Tucker could have his far-right minions sift through it to cherry-pick what he likes to suit whatever narrative they decide to run with. And now Tucker's version of what happened will be what actually happened for the millions that watch his show. Newly released 9/11 footage shows the hijackers calmly going through security, where their bags were being screened. One even had lunch at a TGI Fridays and tipped 20%. Oh no, such terrible people! They let them on the plane because they had a right to be there. And yes, some other things happen later, which, as you know, is tragic. But our new cell phone videos show a different story. One of them is watching a movie in his seat. Another actually gives his pretzels to a stranger next to him. We were lied to. Why did the government not want us to see this? I'm just asking questions. For all my regular viewers and those new to the show, thank you. I'm glad you found me. For several months, I've been reading a genuine page from Lauren Boebert's book. I do this once a week, and it's been pretty wild. In this section, we are at her place of work, about to search for an intentionally missing hamster. Let's get back to it. Thanks to all the money Craig makes from his family businesses, he has a pool at his house, and it is really nice. I've only been once since it is such a hot ticket in the summer, but he did invite me on 2 conditions. One is that I don't bring Jason, and that's a good move on Craig's part, as he's been known to brown shark the waters, and it's just so much work doing the whole triple garbage bag thing over his leg to prevent his ankle monitor from accidentally calling the donut squad. The other condition was that I bring Mountain Dew, since Craig purchased a remote control speedboat from the dollar store and he wanted a bunch of extreme hamster clips for his side hustle on this new Tic Tac thing. I don't know what hamsters have to do with small mints, but I do know hamsters don't talk, don't bend, and I'm pretty sure they don't swim. This was risky, so we duct taped him on there. Unfortunately, it was your typical dollar store purchase. Mountain Dew did a few great rips, and then the boat ran out of battery in the middle of the pool before we even got the fire hoop lit. Craig had trouble fishing it out and realized he needed a longer net going forward, so the old one found its way here, to Lady Buns. It had a few great uses, depending on which end of the net you were on. I'll tell you about the main use first. The pool net was perfect for scooping up the airborne bills when he ran the box fans for the Wet n Wild Wind show that Craig calls the Rocky Mountain Broadway Topless Tornado. This was a genuine crowd favorite that brought a bit of real class to our town, and I like how he included wind and water, 2 of God's favorite inventions. Personally, I have never been in one of these shows, since they only run in the evening, and I am barely even morning hot. But I tell you, I've seen a few up close. You see, I'm allowed to work the pole at night, but it's the one attached to the net. One of my duties was to scoop up the bills, and it's not an easy job. Those fans send the money all around, so I have to carefully maneuver the wet floor in my clear heels, trying to snatch them before the gal's tips end up in someone's laps. As the Bible and the law clearly states, finders keepers. I have been around my share of poles, whether it's Jason and his buddies treating me like a smash pile, or Lauren Opal Bobert working the B pole to protect the finances of the main pole. It was like a fairy tale. If you've enjoyed this genuine page from Low Rent Booze Burp's latest book, let me know in the comments and I'll see about reading another sometime soon. Don Jr. has probably had more people in his hotel bathroom to pass around the Ted Nugent CD case than he had at his CPAC appearance. The only thing we're missing is Sean Spicer screaming at reporters that this was some sort of fake news and trickery and that it was a packed house. I need your help. Please make sure you have my notifications on. It is something small that really helps out YouTube creators such as myself and allows you to catch my videos as soon as they come out, whether it's on my regular schedule or not. Thank you so much. Leftist traits of blocking free speech totalitarianisms now permeating within the demon rats, left-wing deep states of corruptions in government systems and leftist politicalizations tied into the left's pseudoscience and political correct incorrectness.
MAGA Tears.
You are nothing but a hairless fruit. Don't quit your day job, buddy.
MAGA Tears.
Socialist trash from a bunch of fake loser libs who don't back the blue but are first to call for help when they get home robbed.
MAGA Tears.
Hey mommy, look, I am on the internet. Wah, wah, wah.
MAGA Tears.
Thanks so much for watching. Help me out by sharing this video and following me on social media. This costs you nothing and makes a huge difference. I am a one-man show here, from script to screen, the editing, even the graphics. If you can afford to, please throw me a tip with the easy PayPal link or hit that super thanks button, and be sure to check out my merch that go great with those MAGA Tears. I am a stand-up comedian. I've played in 35 countries, have toured with Jim Jefferies for nearly 10 years, and I have 3 albums that you can stream on Spotify and Apple Music or catch them on SiriusXM. Thanks for watching. Life's short, be cool, be kind, take care.